There's one thing the young Yoruba for freedom has always focused attention on, and we have explained to the Yoruba nation that our generation did not inherit Yoruba land from our ancestors. We borrowed Yoruba land from our children, and we must give that land back to our children before we die. In view of this, I will play to your hearing the speech of the Prime Minister of Great Britain, Boris Johnson, to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the defeat of Hitler Germany.
75 years ago, the people of this country celebrated victory against Hitler's aggression. In cities scarred by enemy bombing, the crowds gave thanks for a national exertion greater than anything else before or since. What our country and our allies did was to save freedom, not just here but everywhere. Britain and the Commonwealth and Empire were the only nations who fought Hitler from the first day of the Second World War to the last without being defeated and occupied. For a whole year, 1940 to 41, we stood alone against him, the last barrier to his tyranny. If we'd gone down, then it wasn't just our country that would have been destroyed, but liberty and democracy everywhere. But we did not fail. We survived and eventually triumphed, thanks to the heroism of countless ordinary people who may be elderly today, but who once carried the fate of freedom itself on their shoulders. Across the world, our soldiers, sailors, and airmen fought the Nazis with courage, ingenuity, and stubborn endurance. On the home front, women defended our cities against air raids, worked the factories, ran the hospitals, and broke enemy codes. People of every age, race, and background came together in one supreme effort. They paid a grievous price, with over 450,000 British people laying down their lives. And yet, they triumphed over every ordeal and hardship. And because of their victory, hundreds of millions of people live in peace and freedom today. The countries who we fought are now among our closest friends, and most of Europe has enjoyed 75 years of peace. We're now engaged in a new struggle against the coronavirus, which demands the same spirit of national endeavour, and that means we can't hold the parades and street celebrations we enjoyed in the past. But all of us who were born since 1945 are acutely conscious that we owe everything we most value to the generation who won the Second World War. Today, we celebrate their achievement, we remember their sacrifice, and we take pride in being their compatriots. We are a free people because of everything they did, and our gratitude will be eternal.
That is the Prime Minister of Britain, Boris Johnson. I can tell you that we've been shut down from Facebook. We've been shut down now. So you can just call those who are on Facebook to join us on YouTube. We have been shut down. Now, from the message by Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, he said that Britain and their allies fought Hitler without being defeated or occupied. Britain fought against the Germans. The British people have white skin as well as the Germans. Both occupied the same continent we call Europe. What we're going through in Yoruba land is similar to what the English went through under the invasion of Hitler from Germany. Between 1957 and 1959, the Yoruba, the Igbo, and Hausa Fulani negotiated for independence from the English colonial government. What we agreed to was a regional system of government that is based on parliamentary system. 6 years after that, specifically in 1966, the Igbo military officer came and killed Yoruba political as well as military leaders. Our sitting Prime Minister, Samuel Ladoke Akintola, the second Prime Minister of Yoruba land, was assassinated by Igbo. Our most senior military officer, Brigadier General Ademolegun, and his beautiful wife, Latifat Ademolegun, with 8 months pregnant. Both of them were killed. Colonel Shodeinde was also killed. Okotiebo and a Shekiri Yoruba man was killed by the Igbo. The Igbo also killed the political leaders as well as the military leaders of the Awusa Fulani, among whom are the sitting Prime Minister of Nigeria, Tafawa Balewa, and the Premier of the northern region of Nigeria, Ahmadu Bello. Today, while the English are very proud to celebrate the defeat of Hitler Germany, while today the English are very proud to remember the sacrifices of the generation before them, the same English have played an ignoble role in perpetrating the ruling of minority Fulani over the majority Yoruba in Nigeria. You will read, or you must have listened from the voice of Boris Johnson saying that Britain and their allies fought Hitler without being defeated or occupied. But today, the same man, his country, is funding the military support for minority Fulani to suppress, subjugate, and occupy Yoruba land. We agreed to a regional system of government. Nobody subscribed to the 36-state unitary system that we are currently practicing in Nigeria. But the same English that are celebrating their victory over Hitler is the same English that is supporting minority Fulani to suppress and subjugate the Yoruba nation. It is a shame what the English establishment are doing to the Yoruba nation. It is a big shame on them and their nation. If they can sit to celebrate the defeat of Hitler, who wanted to occupy England and annex England as part of Germany, if they can sit to celebrate that today, it is a shame on them that they have allowed minority Fulani to suppress and subjugate the Yoruba nation. 4 nations made what is called United Kingdom: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. England has the majority of the population, 84%. Scotland has the second majority of the population, which is only 8%, 8.4%. The Scottish people are minority. They have never been allowed or permitted to produce the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Only the English have always produced the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. But in English ridiculous way and unhelpful manner, they have supported minority Fulani in Nigeria to dominate over the Yoruba majority, something that they will never accept in their own United Kingdom.